Hello students. So we are studying regarding dehydration of alcohols. So with the mechanism I explained about dehydration of what alcohol. Alcohol can be dehydrated by using acid catalyst and they can give different compounds. But when alcohol is dehydrated, yes, we get actually alkene. And if you get two or more alkenes, then it follows a Sahaja rule. It follows a Sahaja rule. And in a mechanism, I told 3 steps. First, protonation of alcohol. Second, formation of carbocation. And finally, we get alkene by loss of proton. And step 2, there is formation of carbocation. It is stable step. Or that fast step. And if it is fast step, if it is a slow step, then you have to consider that one as a rate determining step. That is called a rate determining step. And using that one, we can study what order of reaction, or we can write a rate law. But it is important mechanism, so we can practice well. There is a conversion of ethanol to ethene mechanism. Now we will continue the process. There is a dehydrogenation over. Next is dehydrogenation. See the meaning D equal to removal, to remove. Dehydrogenation means a process of removal of hydrogen. Process of removal of hydrogen. And in this case, see here. Now you take one tube made by copper. Then through this you pass alcohol. Then we get here aldehyde or ketone. Aldehyde or ketone. Alcohol vapors are passed through copper tube at about 300 degrees Celsius. At about 300 degrees Celsius, and it loses hydrogen. H removed, then we get aldehyde ketone. And if it tertiary alcohol, you don't get what aldehyde ketone, and that may give alkene. But with examples, you can study reactions. See, in the dehydrogenation reaction, first we consider primary alcohol RCH2OH, primary alcohol. When it is passed through copper catalyst at about 300 degree, then it undergoes dehydrogenation. Means a bond shift towards oxygen because of what polar nature. Oxygen attract bond. Then this H atom and the H atom eliminated, and this O negative tries to convert adjacent carbon, very next atom, into plus. But this is a plus only when it loses hydride. So this hydride and H plus, these two combine to give hydrogen gas. Therefore, positive and negative forming a bond. Therefore, in case of dehydrogenation, there is a formation of C double bond O. From alcohols, we can get carbonyl group C double bond O, a process called dehydrogenation. There is a plus hydrogen gas comes out. H removed, then we get here double bond CHO. But here double bond is obtained of this compound, name aldehyde. It is said to be aldehyde. Then second, same type, RCHOH R. Again same method. So H means OHC and H from carbon only removed, not beta or gamma. It is from alpha carbon. OHC is called alpha carbon. Next, again same method, copper 300 degree. Yes, on heating at about 300 degrees Celsius in presence of copper, yes, they lose hydrogen. Now see here, bond shift here, we get RCOR plus hydrogen. This is ketone. Means one can prepare aldehydes, ketones from alcohol. There is a primary alcohol can give aldehyde, secondary alcohol can give ketone by using copper method. It is the best method to get aldehyde ketone because byproducts or gases, they can be easily removed and leaving behind a pure form of aldehydes and ketones. And this will repeat in another topic that is called aldehydes and ketones. So primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, tertiary alcohol, see what happens. If it is tertiary alcohol, CH3COH, CH3CS3, T-butyl alcohol, tertiary butyl alcohol. Again same method, see here, H removed, but here no H. In case of dehydrogenation, H removed, but here no H, then it undergoes. See here. OH negative and H positive. OH negative and H positive from this carbon. OH beta carbon lose H. Means it undergo dehydration and this bond shift here. And now we get alkene. We get alkene, not aldehyde ketone, by using tertiary alcohol. This is tertiary alcohol. We have taken here example, T-butyl alcohol. Copper catalyst, 300 degree. CS3C, double bond CS2, CS3. CS3C, double bond CS2 written there, double bond CS2 and CS3 below, plus water. Yes, this is alkene. Compound formed is alkene. Then its name 1, 2, 3. 2-methyl propene. We get a compound 2-methyl propene. Right. So remember always, aldehyde upon oxidation using copper catalyst or aldehyde undergo dehydrogenation using copper catalyst gives primary alcohol upon dehydrogenation gives aldehyde using copper, secondary alcohol gives ketone using copper catalyst, and tertiary alcohol gives alkene but not aldehyde ketone. Tertiary alcohol gives alkene, not aldehyde ketone. You can take any example in this case. If it is ethyl alcohol, CS3, therefore CS3CS2OH can give CS3CHO, that is called acetaldehyde or ethanol. If this group is C2S5, right here C2S5, method is same, okay. C2S5CHO means propanaldehyde, C3H7CHO, butanaldehyde. Next, if it is a benzene ring CS2OH, that gives ring CHO. It is a benzaldehyde. Benzyl alcohol into benzaldehyde. Ethyl alcohol into acetaldehyde. Anyway, any primary alcohol gives aldehyde using copper catalyst, and this process is called dehydrogenation. Next, for this you can write a best example, CS3CH3, CS3CHOH, that is isopropyl alcohol. It can give CS3CO, CS3CO, that is said to be acetone or propanone. So primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, tertiary alcohol, T-butyl alcohol. So conclusion, what? Dehydrogenation of alcohol can give aldehyde ketone. If it is primary, aldehyde, secondary, ketone, tertiary, alkene by dehydration, not dehydrogenation. This about dehydrogenation reaction. But actually it is associated to be oxidation because removal of hydrogen occur. Process of removal of hydrogen or addition of oxygen is called oxidation. But dehydrogenation also said to be oxidation process. Third type, oxidation reaction. Yes, now let go definition of oxidation. Process of removal of hydrogen or addition of oxygen to a species is said to be oxidation. But here first we consider, yes, a primary alcohol or CHHOH plus O. Here we are using what? Oxidizing agents. And if it is acidified potassium permanganate or acidified potassium dichromate, KMnO4, K2CO7 and HNO3. So these are called powerful oxidizing agents. If such oxidizing agents are used, see what happens. First alcohol molecule gives aldehyde. Then that aldehyde cannot be isolated in presence of strong oxidizing agent. Then further that aldehyde undergo oxidation to give carboxylic acid. It is said to be uncontrolled oxidation. Uncontrolled oxidation. If you use a strong oxidizing agent such as potassium permanganate or potassium dichromate. Okay. Now first I will explain using a strong oxidizing agent what happens. Afterwards I will tell you a mild oxidizing agent or weak oxidizing agent that is called PCC method, pyridinium chlorochromate method, or CrO3 method, chromium trioxide or chromic anhydride CrO3. That also we can study. But first I will cover here using a strong oxidizing agent what happens. Potassium permanganate in presence of acid. Dilute sulfuric acid plus KMnO4. This mixture can give what? Oxygen. And even in redox reaction topic first year, we studied balancing the redox reaction equations. MnO4 minus plus H plus. MnO4 minus plus H plus and Fe plus 2. There you balance the equation by using H plus in the LHS. Therefore, KMnO4 it can act as oxidizing agent in presence of what? Acid, even in basic medium or alkaline medium. But here we will take acidified medium. Okay. And this mixture can liberate atomic oxygen or nascent oxygen, and this oxygen combines with hydrogens. And again same, this undergo OH bond cleavage, CH bond cleavage, and these H atoms combine with O to form H2O. Water is removed. Then the bond shift to CH. Between C and O, one bond shift. Now it is called RC double bond OH. We get aldehyde. Means first step is formation of aldehyde using primary alcohol. It is said to be primary alcohol. Then this compound further upon oxidation, this undergoes again oxidation because KMnO4 is said to be strong oxidizing agent and it can oxidize easily what? Aldehyde, because aldehydes are what? Susceptible for oxidation, that undergo easy oxidation and they can give. See here, RCHO become COOH. This CH bond is weak bond compared to CO bond. Therefore, this bond break easily to give RC double bond OOH, and this compound is called carboxylic acid. It is said to be carboxylic acid. Yes, we can convert primary alcohol into carboxylic acid. But same reaction we can repeat in carboxylic acid topic. Preparation of carboxylic acid from primary alcohols. And even you can use here K2Cr2O7, potassium dichromate. These are called strong oxidizing agent. They can convert primary alcohol into what? Carboxylic acid. And if it is secondary alcohol, yes, we get here RCOR. But RCOR compounds are said to be stable compound. They are not undergoing easy oxidation, means reaction stops at ketone. But on boiling with KMNO4, on heating with KMNO4, and further ketone that undergo what heterolysis, CC bond break, then CO bond break, etc., or OS bond break. Then we get carboxylic acid, but having what less number of carbon atoms. A carboxylic acid obtained by the oxidation of ketone, but that contain less number of carbon. But here carbon number remains same. The end product carboxylic acid from primary alcohol. Yes, carbon number remains same and no change in carbon. But in case of ketones, on oxidation of ketone, yes, we get carboxylic acid which contain what less number of carbons. Now take example R equal to CS3. R equal to CS3. R equal to CS3. Yes. See what happened. CS3 CS2OH, ethyl alcohol is used. This one is ethanol or acetaldehyde, and this one acetic acid or ethanoic acid. So how do you convert ethanol to ethanoic acid? I write equation. Yes, first you write ethanol formula, and by oxidation method using KMNO4, one can convert ethanol to acetaldehyde or ethanol, and further undergo oxidation to give acetic acid or ethanoic acid. Similarly, take here benzyl alcohol, ring CHO, ring COOH, means benzoic acid. Benzyl alcohol to benzoic acid, ethyl alcohol to acetic acid, propyl alcohol to propanoic acid. Therefore, carbon number remains same if it is a strong oxidation agent and primary alcohol. But secondary alcohol, take isopropyl alcohol, CH3 CHOS CH3, we get acetone CH3CO CH3. But acetone stable molecule, it is not easily broken into acid. But on boiling it can give, acetone can give acetic acid. But such reactions we can study in carboxylic acid topic. Okay. So this is using strong oxidation agent, I told, strong. But next mild oxidation agent, that is called PCC, right? PCC. PYRIDINIUM, pyridinium P, chlorochromate, pyridinium chlorochromate, CrO3 plus pyridine plus HCl. CrO3, chromic anhydride or anhydrous chromium trioxide plus pyridine plus HCl, no water. Only this mixture is taken, and this mixture named as what pyridinium chlorochromate, and it forms a complex, because you know N dot dot means Levy's base and HCl combine to form what pyridinium hydrochloride, and CrO3 it can form a complex. And this complex also said to be Collins reagent. Collins reagent. So in the reactions they can give Collins reagent or CrO3 or PCC. But answer is same, product is same. But it is not said to be powerful oxidizing agent. It is mild oxidizing agent. And this can convert primary alcohol into aldehyde. It cannot change that aldehyde into what? Acid. Because it can give very limited amount of oxygen, and it can stop the reaction at aldehyde or a ketone. But it cannot convert further aldehyde ketone into carboxylic acid. Therefore, PCC it is used as or used in controlled oxidations. It is used in controlled oxidations. If you want to prepare only aldehyde from alcohol, use PCC. If you want to prepare carboxylic acid from alcohol, then use potassium permanganate or potassium dichromate. Now we will study reactions using Collins reagent or CrO3 or PCC. How alcohols are changed into aldehydes ketones. But important, PCC can convert primary alcohol into aldehyde, secondary alcohol into ketone. And tertiary alcohols, they cannot give aldehyde ketones. Then formula RCH2OH 1 degree alcohol. Second, RCHOH R 2 degree alcohol or secondary alcohol. CrO3, or we can write PCC. CrO3 or PCC, pyridinium chlorochromate or chromic anhydride. And this can convert, yes, CS2OH into CHO. Means what these two H combines with O. This oxidation method, HH plus OH2O, but main structure you try to RCHO, RCOR, but these two H combines with O. Mechanism same. So we get aldehyde, second ketone, aldehyde ketone. Okay. Then this is said to what oxidation reaction by using mild oxidation agents such as BCC or CrO3. Yes, what do they convert? Primary alcohol into aldehyde, secondary alcohol into ketone. But these are not changed into carboxylic acid. And even PCC cannot affect C double bond C in the reactions. I will take one simple example. But in exams, if you get question, how do you convert ethanol to ethanol by using Collins reagent? Then there you write RCH2OH, PCC or CrO3, it is said to be Collins reagent and it converts primary alcohol into aldehyde. And similarly for isopropyl alcohol, CS3, isopropyl alcohol, changed into CS3. 2-propanol or propane-2-ol or isopropyl alcohol on reacting with chromic anhydride or pyridinium chlorochromate, it undergoes oxidation to form propanone or acetone, Then other examples, but if it is CS3-CS2OH and there we get CS3-CHO, condition same, CS3-CHO, there is called acetaldehyde or ethanol. CS3, CH double bond CH, CH2OH. Now mix with PCC or CrO3. Add PCC or CrO3. Now, function of PCC or CrO3, it can affect only alcoholic group, not C double bond C. If you use potassium permanganate, KMnO4, yes, it can cause breaking up of C double bond C and also it converts this group into aldehyde into acid, then carboxylic acid and here acid. Means two acid group COH, means it is called oxalic acid. Here we get oxalic acid. This also, this one acetic acid. Acetic acid, oxalic acid obtained if it is KMnO4, but CrO3 or PCC, it can produce here CS3, CH double bond, CH single bond, CHO. CH3, CH double bond, CH up to this same, but primary alcohol into Primary alcohol into what? CHO, there is aldehyde. Now it is called crotonaldehyde. Common name is crotonaldehyde. 1, 2, 3, 4. But-2-enal. But-2-enal is called crotonaldehyde. Okay. But this compound can be obtained from alcohol compound but-2-en-1-all. But-2-en-1-all changed into crotonaldehyde by using PCC. But this PCC cannot affect C double bond C. Even this type also we can study by using. This compound secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol plus CrO3. CrO3, it gives ketone. But again, double bond retained. It cannot affect double bond. It affects CHOH into CO group. Secondary alcohol into ketone. Primary alcohol into primary alcohol into aldehyde. Secondary alcohol into ketone. These are applications or different reactions using PCC we can study. Even you can solve any competitive exam questions and there apply this method and we get answers. Okay. So this is regarding oxidation of alcohols, primary, secondary, tertiary. Primary alcohol on oxidation using a strong oxidation agent, they can give carboxylic acid having same number of carbon. Secondary alcohols on oxidation, they can give ketone, but only by boiling with their strong oxidation agent, they can produce further carboxylic acid which contain less number of carbons. Tertiary alcohols using KMnO4 etc. and they are resistant for oxidation, but on boiling they can undergo oxidation. But at normal temperature, they are not reacting. Normal temperature, not reacting. Means they are not converted into other compounds. Okay. Dehydration, dehydrogenation, oxidation. 3 reactions over. And next we will study how to detect alcohol in the lab. Detection of alcohol. So there are different methods. First, KMnO4. Second, K2CR2O7. Second method. Third, Lucas test. And fourth, Victor-Meyer's test. Victor-Meyer's test. But in syllabus, they mentioned only Lucas test. But KMnO4 test we can see. Now only I told reactions. At normal temperature, means room temperature, take 3 beakers, beaker 1, beaker 2, beaker 3. In all the 3 beakers, add same reagent, potassium permanganate in acidified medium. And in first beaker, add primary alcohol, second beaker, secondary alcohol, third beaker, tertiary alcohol. In first beaker, we can see color change, there is a pink to colorless, second also pink to colorless, and third, no change in color. Color persists. And in first beaker, yes, it is observed that carboxylic acid is formed. Second beaker, ketone is formed. And third beaker, no reaction. So this is called chemical test to distinguish between primary, second, tertiary alcohols. Same type, potassium dichromate. Orange color changed into green. Orange into green. But method same in both the cases, KMnO4 or potassium dichromate. And Lucas test we will discuss in detail. And Victor-Meyer test that we can study in detail in NEET coaching or in CET. Okay. Regarding Victor-Meyer's are different tests are there with reactions mechanisms I will tell you in NEET or CET coaching. But important here for theory, what Lucas test. Lucas test. It is a test used to distinguish between primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols. Primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols. But alcohol can be detected by using Lucas test. Further, it can also be used to distinguish between primary, second, tertiary. And first, I will tell you what is this Lucas test, or sorry, Lucas reagent. Lucas reagent. Yes, beaker is taken. Now to this add N-hydrous zinc chloride plus concentrated HCl or even dry HCl. You may get in one more question, what is Lucas reagent? Yes, answer is a mixture of anhydrous zinc chloride and concentrated HCl. Don't say ZnCl2 plus HCl is called, that is wrong, because concentration important and condition important. It acts as a catalyst here in this reaction only in anhydrous medium, and if it is hydrous, what happens? This undergo hydrolysis and there is no ZnCl2. Therefore, in ZnCl2 form, SO2 use. Anhydrous zinc chloride and concentrated HCl, and this mixture is said to be what? Lucas reagent. It is called a Lucas reagent. And this reagent added Lucas reagent added to 3 beakers, and in all the 3 beakers, first 1 degree alcohol, 2 degree alcohol, 3 degree alcohol. First beaker primary alcohol, second beaker secondary alcohol, third beaker tertiary alcohol. In all the 3 beakers, yes, same chemical added. There is a Lucas reagent added. This is called a Lucas reagent. And observe it, let it be 27 degrees Celsius. We are not heating the mixture. All are kept on the table for about 1 or 2 minutes. And see here what happened. So in the third beaker, yes, we can see turbidity. In third beaker, turbidity. In third beaker, turbidity appears immediately. Turbidity appears immediately. Whenever Lucas is added to third beaker, yes, immediately we get turbidity or fumes produced. A white fumes are produced in the beaker. Within 1 second, yes, reaction occur in case of third beaker. But in second beaker, turbidity appears after 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, yes, turbidity appear. And here only on heating reaction occur. But again you get turbidity. You know turbidity. If you had some chemicals in the laboratory like phenol, phenol added to water, phenol into water, or even phenyl, you can say phenyl, a black liquid phenyl added to water, now it will become white solution. But there is no white solid in the beaker, but solution turbid, there is called turbid solution. So like that we can say here turbidity formed by adding Lucas reagent to tertiary alcohol. Immediately we get turbidity, and for second alcohol after 5 to 10 minutes, and in first beaker there is a primary alcohol, there is also formation turbidity, but only on heating. So this proves what? Order of reactivity. Most reactive alcohol which is reacting with Lucas reagent is most reactive alcohol. So you try to answer tertiary alcohol. This is called tertiary alcohol. Name the least reactive alcohol with Lucas reagent. So answer primary alcohol. Give a chemical test to distinguish between primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols. Write this experiment. But a diagram not necessary, and write in words. First you have to describe the test. Lucas test, it is a test used to distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. In this test, yes, alcohol is taken in the beaker and treated with Lucas reagent. And observed at room temperature. Then first point, tertiary alcohols gives turbidity immediately. You write like this: tertiary alcohols gives turbidity with Locas reagent immediately. Then second point, secondary alcohols gives turbidity after 5 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes. Then tertiary alcohols gives turbidity only on heating. Primary alcohols gives turbidity only on heating. So this type of write in words, no reaction, nothing. Right? Don't write equations. Right? 3 points regarding primary, secondary, tertiary, and equation, general equation, ROH plus HCl. Because Locas reagent contains HCl. And HX plus OH, alcohol plus HX. Then yes, what is formed in the beaker by adding what Locas reagent? Yes, there is a formation of alkyl chloride. Alkyl chloride, it can form turbid. Means turbidity appear due to formation of alkyl chloride. Due to formation of alkyl chloride. Yes, this is regarding Locas test. How it can be used to distinguish between primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols. And here I told definition of Locas reagent. Yes, what is Locas reagent? A mixture containing N-hydrogen zinc chloride and calcium HCl. It is said to be Locas reagent. And it is a test to detect alcohol in the laboratory and also used to distinguish between primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols. Primary alcohols gives turbidity only on heating. Secondary alcohol gives turbidity after 5 to 10 minutes. Tertiary alcohols gives turbidity immediately. Like this, you can write statements regarding Locas test. And turbidity due to formation of alkyl chloride RCl. Alkyl chloride RCl. Name the catalyst used in Locas reagent. Name the catalyst used in Locas reagent. So answer N-hydrogen zinc chloride. That is a catalyst. Okay. In Locas test. Then we can study different alcohols. That is a commercially important alcohols. Commercially important alcohols. Commercially important alcohols: CS3OH, CS3CH2OH, methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol. They have wide applications. Means in maximum industries, yes, one can use methanol and ethanol. Therefore, they are called commercially important alcohols. And see how to manufacture such alcohol and applications already I told, use of these two. Even alcoholic beverages, ethyl alcohol is used, but it is not used, methyl alcohol. It is a poisonous compound. Methanol is poisonous. This is non-poisonous. And ethanol can be used as a medicine in a small dose. There is in preparation of alcoholic beverages, you know, and even in cough syrups, one can use ethyl alcohol. Then methyl alcohol, why it is called poison? It is said to be what? Poison. So poisonous nature of methyl alcohol, poisonous nature of methanol, it is due to what? Biological oxidation of methanol. Methanol gives formaldehyde and is further oxidized to form formic acid. And this formic acid cause what? Death or even blindness. Therefore, poisonous nature of methanol due to formation of formic acid by the biological oxidation. Hence, this cannot be used in drinking purpose. But this can be used in industries as a solvent, even in paints, varnishes, one can use as a solvent. Then other examples or applications already covered in the previous videos. Then ethyl alcohol, ethanol, yes. Other names of these, okay. This compound, methyl alcohol name, wood spirit, wood spirit. The other name of methyl alcohol or methanol is wood spirit because it can be obtained by distillation of wood. When wood is subjected to destructive distillation, it can produce what? Methyl alcohol. Hence, it is said to be wood spirit. But other names of ethyl alcohol or ethanol, so they are depend upon the percentage, and even it is obtained from grains, food grains like rice, wheat, etc. Hence, it is also called grain alcohol. It is said to be grain alcohol. And it can be obtained from molasses that we study afterwards. But percentage you see 10%, 95.5%, 98% ethyl alcohol, 100% ethyl alcohol. If it is only 10%, it is called wash or wort. 95.5% rectified spirit. And 98% lime alcohol and 100% absolute alcohol. Yes, all you have to remember with respect to percentage, ethyl alcohol plus water, 10% ethanol, 90% water, 95.5% ethanol, 4.5% water. Therefore, remaining percent in this is water. Okay, 10% ethanol, wash or wort, 95.5% rectified spirit. If you get in one more question in exam, what is rectified spirit? Yes, you have to answer 95.5% ethanol or ethyl alcohol and 4.5% water. That is called rectified spirit. What is lime alcohol? You write direct 98% ethyl alcohol is said to be lime alcohol. Then what is absolute alcohol? 100% ethyl alcohol is said to be absolute alcohol. Then what is power alcohol? What is power alcohol? And this contain 20-80. 20% ethanol, 80% gasoline. 20 volume ethyl alcohol, 80 volume gasoline. A mixture containing ethyl alcohol and gasoline or petrol, pure form of petrol, gasoline. But volumes here 20. Yes, 1:4 ratio, 21s or 24s are, it is 1:4 ratio. But 20 volume, 80 volume is considered. If you compare with percentage, 20%, 80%. This is called power alcohol. Okay. So as a fuel, we can use this one as a in the preparation of power alcohol. Now these are different names of what ethyl alcohol. Next part, how to prepare these applications and different names I told, but reactions, there are some equations in methanol and ethanol. Preparation of methanol, preparation of ethanol. Methanol from water gas and ethanol from molasses. And those reactions I will cover in the next video. Thank you.